Oh, g'day scrappers. Just wanted to give you a little look at these Ericsson Servers. Nice little compact little boxes, and basically they're just a whole row of boards. So yeah, very interesting looking servers. And some of the boards look like they're all identical, and then you got the ones down the bottom here with different attachments, but there's all different kinds of configurations on these servers. So it'd be just interesting to see the different types of boards that come out of them, whether they're all server grade or are there any telecom grade boards. So I'll just I'll put a few on the bench and we'll have a little closer look at it anyway. Yeah, really interesting servers, these Ericssons. Basically they're just a metal box loaded with boards. So you know, whilst they're not vintage, these are probably, I don't know, they look about 10 years old. If they were, you know, much older, there'd probably be really good boards in here, but still, they're servers, they should be okay boards. So I've got three different ones. Basically these ones look more basic with the green tabs. I can see that there's a few of these boards are actually blank. These ones might be okay, but yeah, these ones with the blue tabs look a lot better, a lot more intense. So we'll just have a little look anyway. Okay, well, yeah, technically it's a server board, I guess, but as you can see, there's really nothing on it. It's virtually blank board. And so all we've got is two BGA chips here. The rest is just resistors and very tiny ICs. So, you know, if you can get away with selling these for server boards, great. But I'm guessing more like a motherboard grade because it's only got the two chips and the rest is blank. So, but at least, you know, motherboard grade is best for these. Yeah, and so obviously these ones with the green tabs are very basic for what I expected anyway. As you can see, there's no BGA chips here. So basically this is technically just a mid-grade board, really. But again, it just depends on the buyers and where you are in the world. Some countries might let you get away with throwing these in with servers, but really that's not server grade. As you can see, there's nothing on them. It's just a basic mid-grade board. So a little bit deceiving. What do we got? Okay, well, that looks like it'll have a nice BGA chip underneath here, but yeah, it's this is like a power module, so it looks like a giant IC chip. I'm not sure what's in them, but you know, being a power module, I'd imagine it'll be just basically copper and stuff. So yeah, once again with these green tab ones, there's only one chip on it that's you know, valuable. The rest is all just basic. So again, this, you know, probably because it's got the BGA chip, you definitely get motherboard for it. But it's debatable whether this would be server grade. Certainly not something that you would depopulate, because you're not going to get any value. You're only going to get one chip. All this has got copper in it, and this is just dead weight. So interesting. All right, well, I think these blue ones are much better. Okay, so well, that's pretty nice. I mean, definitely server, but because of all these BGA chips, you'll probably want telecom grade for this. You know, like probably just basic telecom grade, but definitely better value than server board. There's even got a few IC chips on the back. This flashing isn't really worth anything, as you know, but these chips, because there's so many and there's not much junk on it, we go telecom grade for these. Oh yeah, just make sure that they're all identical boards. So it looks like this whole row are all the way. Yeah. So that whole section there is all these kind of boards here, and most of the servers that I got here are all these kind with a lot of these. So there's a lot of telecom boards here. So certainly a really good one for gold recovery. You know, it's up to you whether you know, if some people sell their boards, well, great, expect to get server grade. If you don't sell and depopulate, you'll probably get good value out of it too, because yeah, we've got so many BGAs here. We're 4, 8, 12, 16, 17 BGA chips, 18 BGA chips on one board. So that's pretty awesome. And then you got some IC chips inside anyway. But so yeah, these are definitely telecom board, and yeah, there's a nice stock of them. And then you got some of these other boards. Well, yeah, this one again is one of those debatable things. Is it a server? Is it telecom? Well, you know, it's very close to telecom. Me personally, I would pay telecom because I wouldn't sell them. I'd probably depopulate them. So we've got, you know, your BGA chips here, main one here. So there's 3 gold corner BGAs. But we've also got a few little BGA chips scattered around. So it's actually not a bad board. It's certainly not as good as this. This is definitely telecom grade, but yeah, it just depends on the buyer. Personally, I would pay yeah, either somewhere between server and telecom, if not just straight out telecom grade. Got any others? Okay, well, this has only got one main BGA, got a tiny one there. It's all empty. So yeah, there's a lot of just empty space here. So you know, this obviously is nowhere near you know, it's barely server grade really, but still it's a board. But yeah, this would go as a mother grade board. There wouldn't be a buyer that would pay server grade for this, simply because, you know, if that chip was there, then yeah, most probably server grade. But yeah, for only 2 little chips, motherboard grade. All right. Oh yeah, okay. Well, here's a nice one. See, this is more like it. So if you compare this one, virtually nothing. This one here, okay, we've got 5 really nice big BGAs. We've got 2 smaller ones. So in this case, it's really cool. You might notice here the MLCCs, there's actually 2 stacked on top of each other. I haven't seen that very often. 2 MLCCs stacked on top, and there's like a little metal plate sort of holding them in. That's interesting. But yeah, definitely server telecom grade these. A lot of gold recovery out of these for the weight of the board. This one's definitely worth depopulating. Okay, what's the last board? All right, well, the last board, you know, again, it's got some good chips. It can go as server grade. The only problem is it's got these ferrite covered capacitors, but should be able to get away with that. That's server grade. It's again, it's only telecom grade when it's really heavily populated, where it's got a little bit more than just server grade. And so far, these are probably the best boards if you just go by the chips as telecom. All right, and the last one. Yep, so very basic, generally motherboard grade. Okay, these ones look okay. So these BGA chips, there's probably going to be another BGA chip or a onboard CPU here. yeah, not bad. Probably, depending on what's under there, you could probably, yeah, it's still a server grade. It might be somewhere between server and telecom grade. Okay, so they're all the same. They're all got these 2 GB SSD cards. These things you can sell too. Sometimes I've got some of these on eBay, sold for about $10 each. You don't sell many, but still. All right, let's get into some of these messier ones. Yeah, not bad, but we've got these ones out of the other system. Remember, it's all blank, missing chip. So this is basically just motherboard grade. Same deal. Yep, basically same deal. Heavy weight, dead weight here, really nothing, just a couple of chips. Motherboard grade, or maybe server if you're feeling generous. But yeah, probably the best boards out of these Ericsson server things are these ones here. Now I know that the other servers that I've got out the front still have a lot more of these as well. So as far as, you know, value is concerned, these look like the best value boards out of the whole lot, and these are really, really good. If you bought these even as telecom grade, or you pick these out, you wouldn't sell these for, you know, any less than telecom grade. And those, for looking at gold recovery, I'd definitely go and I'd depopulate this board completely and keep all these chips, go for gold recovery. But yeah, you know, unfortunately these aren't vintage, so, you know, there's not as much gold as there used to be in the old days. But still, this is about as, you know, almost as good as it's going to get these days with the type of boards that they're making. But yeah, so these two boards here are definitely telecom grade, and these are the, yeah, definitely the best ones out of the lot. So they'll be really good. So yeah, very interesting little Ericsson servers, and probably quite specialized, not the sort of thing you'll pick up regularly in eWaste, but still, they've got to be around somewhere. So hopefully we start to see a lot more of these Ericsson kind of servers surfacing, and it'll be good for everyone. Well, for all of us scrappers anyway. Alright, well, I'll go about cleaning the rest of all this up and get back to work. So keep scrapping, guys, have fun, and I'll catch you next time.